Right. So, daylight come, and you won't go home. Ah, Lord. Well, there we are. So, the last day of April, and we seriously have not had virtually a single proper drop of rain at all where I am in Hertfordshire, England, for the whole month. Good Lord. Huh? I mean, come on, this is England. What happened to April showers? The ground is sort of hard brown, cracking already. Right, now, Christ, well, I watch that, haven't I? Was a Jew. They've just had this disaster in the Holy Land, Israel, in the north. Apparently, tens of thousands of religious Jews have gathered there, and there was a alleyway or something, and someone slipped and fell, and then there was a sort of stampede or something, and they're talking of 40, 50 plus people dead. Those are the religious Jews with the hats and the curls, and who still are awaiting the first coming of Christ, prophesied by Isaiah and so on. Now, there's Jews for Jesus. I'm a Goy, I'm a Gentile, who try to explain to Jewish people that actually Christ came 2,000 years ago, and that he will come again, and that there will be the second coming of Christ. Well, now, the normal mainstream Jewish Bible ends at Malachi, the last book of the Old Testament. So normal mainstream, any kind of religious teaching for young Jewish people does not venture into the New Testament, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, the story of Christ, his teaching, his prophecies, his miracles, his everything. That's primarily what we know about Christ, the four Gospels, and then obviously spoken about elsewhere in the Acts and the letters and so on. In the New Testament, called Good News, well, I have this sort of feeling within me. I'm going to move from where I am. I'm here for exactly 4 weeks. I'm due up north in a town called Alnwick, the county town of Northumbria. It's about 300 miles from here, north of Newcastle, south of Edinburgh. Well, I don't know. The Jews are God's chosen people. I mean, Christ was a Jew. As a normal he was working class. He was a carpenter's son. That's what we know. Joseph, was a carpenter. He would have built wheels for carts and bits of furniture and stuff in his younger years. That's what we know. Christ was a carpenter, a working class Jewish boy, young man, etc. But, as was normal, steeped in biblical training. It was part of their culture to look to the Bible, the Old Testament then, obviously only. Now, these Hasidim Jews are still sort of practicing and religiously following what they perceive to be God's path for them forever, basically. That is what keeps them together and keeps them strong and keeps them going, for heaven's sake. So I recognize that. But they're missing the whole point, is that Christ has already come. It's rather fun, isn't it? The lighting, dawn. Hey? Sun rises, obviously, over there to the east. So north is behind me. Well, anyone who tries to make me, believe this or that, or go in a certain direction in terms of faith especially, but actually in anything, if people ask me politely to do something, I'm almost certainly going to do it. If they tell me to do something, I'm almost certainly not going to do it. Which is a curious thing, because it's the same thing that is required. So it does matter how you approach people. Right. I've been to the Holy Land several times. I lived in northwest London, sort of Golders Green, Edgware, Hendon, Mill Hill. So all of those areas are, really quite Jewish. Not the Hasidim so much. They live, I think, more north of London, almost enclosed areas. But if you go to Luton Airport from here to you'll see, if it's a religious festival, you see all these Hasidim Jews with the hats and the curls and the tassels and all in back and so on. So I've got huge respect for them, but they've missed the point. Christ has come already, and he will come again. That's the the second coming. That's the big matter. Whether it will be in our lifetimes or not, we don't know. But we should be living as though he might come now, today. I have said this before. Anyway, there we are. So, Christ was a Jew. That's it. Amen. Funny, the lighting, isn't it? No music. I missed out.